Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to do this a little bit on a continuation of a problem that we've all seen on these Hemis in the 1500s and in the Durangos, and it's that exhaust leak tip. You know, we've gone around this pathway for quite a while now, and in the comments of the last video that I did on the tick and extracting broken bolts and everything, a whole lot of people are like, well, it's crappy hardware. Well, yeah, we know it's crappy hardware. If the bolts are breaking consistently, you know that the bolts are crappy. We get that. A lot of people were like, well, just get better fasteners. You know, ARP has these bolts that you can use, or whatever company, fill in the blank, and then you won't have that bolt breaking issue. You're correct. You won't have the bolt breaking issue. Dodge thought about that, and starting in 2019, they started adding a couple more fasteners, plus they started putting these weight bars in to help distribute the weight across the manifold. We don't see any broken bolts anymore, but we do see broken manifolds. Watch this. Okay, so what we have here is a manifold out of a 2019, and these are those weight distribution bars that I was talking about. On the driver's side, that's the extra fastener that they used. On the passenger side, you have one extra or on the top of that manifold, you have an extra weight bar as well. Now, the passenger side also gets the weight bars, but here's the problem. It makes the mounting so sturdy that these manifolds are developing cracks. You can see that crack right there. This is the driver one. This one is the passenger one. And this one is pretty close to breaking in half. That crack goes all the way around. And if I remember right, this one had 2 cracks in it. I have to find the other one. Anyway, upgrading your hardware to mount your manifolds is not the answer. The manifolds suck, and whenever you have, especially like an aluminum head and a cast iron manifold, repeated heat and cold soaks, you're going to end up with a failure point. Now, do I recommend having the manifolds break or bolts break? I tell you what, it's a lot cheaper to replace broken bolts, especially with the additional labor time needed to extract the broken bolts, but I don't have a problem getting those things out. So it's a 1 in 200 chance that we actually have to pull the head, and that's usually because somebody else has screwed up and cross-threaded a bolt back in on a previous repair. But that's a different story. So is it better to have better hardware, more secure, and snapping manifolds in half, or breaking bolts off in the head? That's entirely up to the people. Now, for me, I'm putting shorties on my truck. Some of you guys know I've got a 1500 myself. I've done, I don't know how many manifolds on it, but as we speak, my shorty headers are being shipped, and I will do a video on those as soon as they get in. But now we have to, make that decision for ourselves. Is it better to have better hardware or a different kind of manifold? It's 6s either way. Take that for whatever you want. I do know that when I put my shorties on, I'm keeping my manifolds, because there's no way I want to end up with a broken header and then go down that rabbit hole of having to constantly buy new headers. I'll just put manifolds back on it and extract broken bolts when they happen. I really don't care. But make that decision for yourself. Let me know what you guys think, and comment, like, share, all of that good stuff. I love hearing the comments. I try and get back to as many of them as I can. It's been super busy here at work, so I haven't been able to respond back to near as many of the comments as I have in the past, but I do continue to try, and I do look at every one of them that I get. Thanks again. Have a good one, guys.